I'm sure you remember I started a company called Black Duck
Yes,
Media
yes.
in 1985, and
Yeah.
my first big order was from a guy called Andy Lechamele from Danzani, East London.
Wow.
Yeah, 10,000 rands was like, my goodness.
What did he own? A
No,
mall
he
or
was
shop? Or?
no Jamel at that time. When we met him, we contacted us. We discovered he was at the time running Shabin, but he obviously saw an opportunity to be a distributor for hair care products, and contacted us in Johannesburg, and we gave him the details. We said we invited him because we realized he wanted to give us a big order. And, just a few months after we'd started, in order to receive such a big order before what he was suggesting, we said, who the hell is this guy? So we said, no, can we fly you to Joburg? We have the discussion. We flew him to Joburg. He worked out the order. But then, those days, railways still worked. We could send the stuff by railways, but we said to him, we can work out the order, ship it out, but you've got to pay us first. But then, for some reason, he also didn't trust us. He says, no, I can't give you the money, So we ended up with a very strategic arrangement where we arranged 3 events. We drove the 3 partners, Joseph, Johan, and I. We drove in 3 events, left Joburg on Sunday night. Monday morning we met at 6 o'clock. We met him in King Williamstown. Before dropping the stock in Danzani, we went to the bank, Standard Bank in East London, deposited the cash. It's only then we went to Danzani to assist him.
Oh, that's nice.
But then we had made arrangements with him that Joseph and I will spend a week to assist him to sell the stock. And the plan was to actually drive back to Joburg on Saturday.
So he just wanted to be a reseller, basically.
Yeah, no. Yes, a distributor for us for the Eastern Cape.
Okay.
And interestingly, by Wednesday night, my wife phoned us to say, guys, we're in trouble. There's just, we need more stock. And at the same time, can you guys come and help with production? And then on the other hand, we had already sold the Andile stock. That stock that he had, we had already sold.
What,
so
in how long? In 3 weeks?
Yeah, in 2 days. No, in
2 days?
In 3 days, yeah.
Wow. How many units were that? Do you still remember?
Well, the stock that went into 3-ton buckets.
Wow, that's a lot.
So, yeah, we sold it in 3 days. We ended up actually, instead of flying back driving back to Joburg, because there was an emergency and the stock was sold, we flew back to Joburg and used the railways to deliver our cars.
Man. Are you still...
That's how the railways used to work those days.
Yeah.
This gives you an idea on how the railway used to really work.
Yeah, are you still I'm just curious, are you still in contact with him or not?
Andile, no. Sorry, his soul rest in peace.
Passed away.
Yeah, I passed away probably about 25 or so years ago. Yeah, because what happened is Andile wasn't a good businessman. Where do we actually met? Another interesting part about Mr. Jamel, was such a revelation for Joseph and I. We never met. We never knew black people playing rugby. This guy, come here.
That's 1985, right?
Yeah, 1985.
Yeah.
This guy, he was called Ampur. Well known in the whole. I believe he was one of the big rugby players in the Eastern Cape. He was a very well known guy called Ampur, big guy. We were so surprised. Black people playing rugby, and it was the number 1 sport. It was interesting. So what I'm saying is, and then obviously I think Andile with us over many years created a relationship, really became family friends, and used to travel the length and breadth of the Eastern Cape. So I used to really travel a lot with a guy here in Port Elizabeth called Sisa Ngaka. Sisa's still around. Sisa actually worked for us until I think about 3-4 years ago when he retired, when I reached I think 70 or so. But
that's amazing.
He worked for us for almost 30 years or so, something like that, but for many years.